Once upon a time, in a small African village called Ile-Oro, nestled deep in a thick forest, there lived a young girl named Adunni. Ile-Oro was no ordinary village. It was a place filled with ancient secrets, where every tree, stone, and river was believed to have a spirit watching over it. The villagers had many rules passed down from their ancestors, and one of the most important was this: never leave your clothes outside overnight. Adunni had heard this warning from her grandmother many times. But like most children, she was curious and often wondered what could possibly happen to a piece of cloth left under the moonlight. Adunni was a lively girl, about 16 years old, with skin as rich as the village soil and eyes that sparkled like stars in the night sky. She loved helping her mother at the stream, picking mangoes in the orchard, and playing with her friends under the old baobab tree. Her grandmother, Aya Agba, was the village storyteller. Every evening, under the soft glow of lanterns, villagers would gather in her compound to hear her tales of spirits, gods, and the mysteries of the night. Adunni, Aya Agba would often say, "The night does not belong to us humans. It is a time for spirits and creatures older than time itself. We must respect their space." But Adunni would smile and shrug it off. "Grandma, it's just clothes. What could spirits want with my wrapper?" One day, the village prepared for the Festival of the Moon, an event celebrated once every 10 years. The villagers cleaned their homes, decorated the market square, and dressed in their finest wrappers and beads. Adunni's mother had given her a beautiful wrapper dyed in deep shades of indigo and gold. "This wrapper belonged to your grandmother when she was your age," her mother said, handing it over with pride. That evening, after washing the wrapper in the stream, Adunni spread it on the clothesline in the backyard. The sun was setting, and her mother called out, "Adunni, don't forget to bring in the wrapper before nightfall." But Adunni was distracted. Her friends called her to the village square to practice their dance routine for the festival. She clapped her hands, tied another old cloth around her waist, and dashed off without another thought about the wrapper. As the moon rose high into the sky, the wrapper swayed gently on the clothesline, bathed in pale moonlight. Midnight came, and Ile-Oro was silent except for the chirping of crickets and the occasional hoot of an owl. The moon hung low and bright, casting eerie shadows on the ground. Suddenly, the wrapper began to move, not with the breeze, but with an odd, deliberate motion. It twisted and turned, as if unseen hands were pulling at its edges. A faint whisper filled the air. "Who dares leave their cloth under our sky? Who dares disrespect the spirit of the night?" The wrapper floated off the clothesline, rising higher and higher into the air until it disappeared into the forest. At dawn, Adunni woke up early, excited about the festival. But as she walked into the backyard, her heart sank. The wrapper was gone. She searched everywhere, the bushes, the ground, even the nearby stream. But there was no sign of the precious cloth. Her mother noticed her distress and asked, "Adunni, where is the wrapper I told you to bring inside?" Adunni's voice trembled. "Mama, I forgot. I left it outside all night, and now it's gone." Her mother gasped, and Aya Agba, who had been listening nearby, closed her eyes and sighed deeply. "The spirits have taken it," Aya Agba said in a grave voice. "And they will not return it easily." The elders of the village were called together, and after a long discussion, they told Adunni, "If you want your wrapper back, you must journey into the forest of whispers and ask the spirit of the night cloth for forgiveness." The forest of whispers was feared by everyone. It was said that no one who entered at night ever returned the same. But Adunni was determined. With a small lantern, a gourd of water, and the courage of a lion, she set off into the dark forest. The deeper Adunni went into the forest, the colder and quieter it became. The trees loomed over her like ancient giants, and faint whispers echoed all around. "Turn back, child. The cloth is not yours anymore." But Adunni pressed on. After what felt like hours, she arrived at a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center stood a tall figure draped entirely in flowing fabrics of every color: red, blue, gold, and black. Its face was hidden, and its voice was like the rustling of leaves. "Why have you come, child of Ile-Oro?" Adunni knelt and spoke bravely. "O spirit of the nightcloth, I come to ask for forgiveness. I disrespected the rule of our ancestors, and I left my grandmother's wrapper outside overnight. Please, I beg you, return it to me." The spirit was silent for a long moment. Then it spoke. "You humans always forget. The night is not your domain. But because you have shown courage and respect, I will return the cloth. However, you must promise never to forget this lesson." Adunni nodded eagerly. "I promise, spirit. I promise." With a wave of its long, flowing sleeve, the spirit caused the wrapper to float gently down into Adunni's hands. It was colder than ice and smelled faintly of moonlight. "Go now, and never break the rules of the night again." Adunni ran back to the village as the first light of dawn touched the sky. The villagers were waiting for her, their faces filled with relief and joy. She handed the wrapper to her mother, who hugged her tightly. Aya Akbar placed a hand on Adunni's shoulder and said, "You have learned a valuable lesson, child. The spirits of the night are not to be disrespected." From that day on, no one in Ile-Oro ever left their clothes outside overnight. Adunni grew up to become a wise woman and a great storyteller, sharing her tale with every child who dared to question the rules of the night. And so, the villagers continued to honor their traditions, knowing that some rules were not just stories, they were warnings, written in the whispers of the wind and the glow of the moon. Thank you for watching. Moral lessons from the story. Ancient rules and traditions often carry deep meanings and are rooted in experiences passed down through generations. Ignoring them can have consequences. While curiosity is natural, it's important to respect boundaries, especially those set for safety and harmony. Adunni showed bravery by venturing into the feared forest of whispers to correct her mistake, proving that courage can lead to redemption. Adunni took responsibility for her mistake and took the necessary steps to make amends, demonstrating maturity and integrity. Adunni's experience became a lifelong lesson, not just for her but for her entire community, highlighting the value of learning from one's errors. Keep watching as we promise to bring you exciting stories weekly.